passes back and forth. Folks, check that out, come on. That is absolutely freaking perfect. Look at that, shink, 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 shink. Feel like a chow. YouTube, what's up? Hope everybody is doing well. We are rocking and rolling today. We got the equipment here at the house, and your boy is about to do some oil changes on the lawnmowers. So here's where we're at real time. The guys were actually able to drop the trailer off on Thursday, which I was super grateful for. And I'm going to do a little maintenance on the lawnmower blades, sharpening a whole bunch of lawnmower blades. Hopefully show you guys a little bit more of the Magnamatic on this video. And then I'm gonna change the oil on the two Vertexes. So we're actually changing them about every 75 to 100 hours, which is about once a month here at Brian's All Maintenance. What we're doing is changing them on the first just so we can keep on a regular maintenance schedule. Now that's with the Kawasaki engines. The Exmark Laser Z that's in the trailer, I'm looking over here like it's over here for some reason, but in the Exmark Laser Z in the enclosed trailer has the oil guard, which only gets changed every 500 hours. So that's why I'm such a big fan of that setup, because once a year oil changes sound awesome to me. And you never have to worry about your engines running low on oil. So I'm gonna take you guys with us today. We're gonna change the oil. We're gonna go sharpen some lawnmower blades. We got the Magnamatic 8200 belt grinder setup in the belt grinder blade sharpening room, whatever we want to call it, the dry storage room in my shop and barn. I know a lot of folks over the last couple of months have seen us use that platform. I know there's been some criticism with some of it on Facebook comments. You know, of course, the Facebook comments, the arbiter of truth, right? From little guys that have like 3 lawnmower blades that they got to sharpen a week. Oh, you would never need a machine or a setup like that. Well, I'm going to show you how fast we sharpen lawnmower blades. You can do some pretty simple napkin math and talk about how fast that machine is an ROI for your business. I know it has been for ours. And just frankly, how you're gonna get a better sharpened lawnmower blade in general. So we're gonna show you guys that as well. Before we do, one thing I wanted to mention, besides the snow webinar where we got tickets on sale, this Saturday, July 12th, 99 bucks, is the new socks from Cujo Yardwear. Wow, we're really digging deep here for content. No, I'm just kidding. But Cujo came out with the socks just last week. Lightweight merino wool. We got these in the large size. I am a size like 9.5 to 10, depending on the shoe. Temperature regulating, mesh pattern ventilation, outdoor resistant, moisture wicking, targeted cushion, reinforced seamless toe. There you go. This is what they look like. They've got them in gray, black, a little bit of everything in between. Little commercial for these guys. And your boy is actually rocking these things out. No, this is not only feet, it's only Brian's feet. So there you go, all right? So it comes up about mid-calf, which is pretty good, that we can keep any bugs or ticks off you, or at least the guts from trimming if you're out there just wearing shorts. And of course, we're always rocking the Jacks, which are my favorite shoe of choice. But anyway, if you need some socks, go check them out, Cujo.com. They did send us a pair, so hey, figured I'd just share them with you guys really quick. Who doesn't need good socks? In fact, good quality footwear, socks, gloves, shirts, pants, like, you gotta make the investment. When you're 20 and you're bulletproof, you don't care about that stuff. As you're 35 plus, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna spend 200 bucks for a good pair of shoes, or $100 for a pair of shoes, shirt, or $100 for a pair of pants, amen? All right, that being said, let me do this really quick. Let's open up the doors. The guys are gonna be grabbing all this equipment here on Monday. Let me grab the Exmark Vertex. We got 2 of them. We got the 60-inch, we've got the 72. And by the way, check this out. I finally got the automatic door openers installed. They were about, I think the final punch out was like $3,600. But you know what? We got automatic garage door openers. Had the cash flow of that. Still a little bit of extras here and there that I'm still trying to pay for in cash flow, but it comes, you know, it takes time. This stuff doesn't all happen overnight. Here we go, check this out. I'm so excited about the garage doors. Some of you guys couldn't care less. Other of you guys are like, dude, Fullerton, build my dream. I see the light. So there you go. Get a little ventilation. Of course, it's about 85, almost 88 degrees today, per usual in Michigan the last couple of weeks. We're gonna do this really quick. And I already stopped at Weingart's to get our parts order. Make sure you grab that softly so it lands softly, you don't smash your trailer. So we got the 60 up front. I'm gonna have to grab that, pull out the 72, and then here's the other 60. So let's do that really quick. Well, we got 515 hours on the 72, 659 on the 60. So not too bad. It's cranking about 1,100 hours per both machines in the fleet. So here you go. And actually, I have not changed the oil on these things personally yet. Rob and Mark did it the last couple times. Before that, we had the dealer throw down. Let me see really quick here. We've got down here is one of them. So it looks like we're gonna have to take this trash bag off really quick. There you go. So there's one. And that is right down there. I don't know if you guys can see. Whoop, right there. All right, there's one. And then they should be identical engines. So the other one should be right there. I don't know if you guys can see. I'll take this off as well. That's gonna be a little bit of a tough cookie to get in there. There you go. Hey, one quick thing I was gonna mention to you guys is the Ballard Go Guard is also available. So if you guys don't know, we've got the Ballard shoe blockers. Corey and his team are redoing this one. This one's kind of junked up, but they've got a new shoe blocker coming out in like any day now. But today they just dropped a Go Guard, which is just a metal plate that's magnetic. So maybe some of you guys are just looking for a quick little temporary setup. We dropped a short on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Go check it out at ballard-inc.com. But we might actually just get one for the 72. Maybe I should just order one up really quick for the 72. But the shoe blocker that Ballard had, these were kind of cooked. We went through a half dozen of these last year, but they're gonna redo these and they should be coming out any day now. They do have cables with the aircraft aluminum cables with the trigger. So new shoe blockers will be coming. But in the meantime, if you just need something that's simple, go check out that Go Guard and you guys can you know, support that. Brian's 10 saves you 10%. Pad at Wineguard's got me set up. Here you go. It's our case of oil. Then we got the Cowie. This is the Cowie setup, remember, for the Kawasaki's. We got the blue lids for the Kohlers. And then I think we got the little snub filter here. Let's see what we can do. Oh yeah, there you go. All right, it's a little guy, a little pancake guy. So, all right, let me reset and let's see if we can't get this oil changed. All right, what I think I'm gonna do here is try to crank this bad boy up and try to drain it into this little makeshift oil pan that we got. I think this was, oh, I don't know, maybe like AutoZone or one of those kind of deals, you know? But the guys were able to scoop that oil pan up and then you just kind of dump it, best I can tell. But let's do this so we can actually crank this up, get a little gravity on that block and pull that oil out. And I got to change the blades under here anyway, so that'll be perfect. And just to show you where the oil line is right there. So here it comes underneath. And I'm wondering, like, what's the best way to put that? Do I just kind of let it drain? I'm trying to figure out what's the best move. All right, let me see if I can't get in here. Keep this entertaining for you guys. Again, I have not changed the oil yet on the X-Mark Vertexes. So not sure what size socket we're gonna need. Let's see if we can't figure this all out together. Oh shoot, look at that. We've got an 11/16. There you go. And you guys watch and you know I did that little zoom out thing. That's because I'm getting old. My eyes are probably not what they used to be. Sometimes if you don't have the easiest way to change oil, what we found works for us is get a jug of like water. And I know it sounds rudimentary, but drink the water and then just dump the, come on, there you go. Drop the oil right into the water jug. We'll just kind of leave that right there. Try not to contaminate. And probably can't grab the camera here, but what we do is we get like a 1 gallon of like spring water, little 99-cent, $1.99 guy, you know, at the gas station. And then we just drop our oil into there. And then actually for us, a couple of oil changes locally will take the, what do they call it, like used oil. And I think they sell it for like heating oil. And so it's just another option out there for you guys out there that don't have an oil pan kind of deal yet or a shop. Don't know what to do with all this oil. I'm not feeling super confident on the length of this drain cable because it's a little bit under load. It's gonna snap back, spring back into the frame area, which is where it's tucked into, but I don't wanna have oil all over the place with this mower, especially on my new shop floor, which is why I've got the drain pan underneath it. So there you go. Hey, I guess right now is a good time to talk to you about Launchpreneur Academy Live tickets 2025. Did you get your ticket yet? Just having fun. But seriously, get your ticket. Come on up to Novi, Michigan. It's gonna be awesome. All right, after this, we'll go sharpen lawnmower blades. I'll show you guys a little bit more on the Magnum-Matic. This oil's coming out nice and good. So we were mostly done draining this. Probably got about 99% of that there. Let's see if I can grab a quick cloth. Place to just grab rags, you know? It's honestly like a dream come true. I don't take any of this for granted, you know? Put my sunglasses up here. That way I can lose them later. And let's see if we can't find this. Tighten it up one more time. Make sure we're locked in. Then we're going to change the oil filter. Got that. And let's see if we can't get the oil filter in here. What do you guys think? You guys like me getting back to doing some Brian's Lot Maintenance vlogs like this? A little bit more working in the business instead of talking about growing the business. I'm sure somebody just yelled out, "Amen." I don't know if there's any good way to ever do this, but here we are. Out here, I'm just gonna go like this. Take some old oil, put on that seal. Learn that from you guys along the way. Learn how to put the acorn side in. Learn how to change the oil. We're all learning together, huh? Not too bad. A little bit more oil out of there than I wanted, but not bad. One almost done and one to go. They say the first one's the hardest. Give you guys a little secret here. Usually I find a piece of paper and that's how I make a funnel. Unless you got oil filters running around. Make a little cone. And listen folks, if Fullerton can do it, you can do it. Plop that bad boy, pop that right in there. And that way, we can pour this puppy right on in there. Usually this goes pretty quick, so you don't have to worry about it draining. Make sure we ever get every last drop. It's fresh oil, it's not cheap. And again, most of these blocks are 2 quarts. You don't wanna overfill them, you don't wanna underfill them. And one thing too I'll tell you guys is make sure you're keeping up on your oil changes, because all too often I know most guys change their oil about every 100, 150, 200 hours even. And you're burning oil most likely after about 500 to 1,000 hours, my experience. And so what I don't want to see out there is anybody losing an engine because one, you didn't change the oil regularly, but number two, you're running low, right? And so if you're changing the oil every 200 hours, you're only getting a quart out of it, or half a quart out, that's a good sign that you're likely running low. And you might even be burning some oil. So here's one. Mower down. All right, so that should be the 72, all good to go. I'm gonna lower this guy down and we'll fire it up, make sure it's good to go. All right, that's one down, and we got one more to go. All right, one thing I'd love to hear is, do you guys happen to use any type of lift for your business? We got oil a little bit on the floor. I've seen some people that have like the lifts, handy lift. I think I saw one of those on Instagram, a little like scissor lift. It's like 3,500 bucks. Some of you guys use like the car lifts. Those are like 3 or 4 grand or even more, the big blue ones. The problem is that in the barn, like everything moves around right now. So we don't have like a dedicated mechanic lane. So if I end up concreting something in, which is gonna cost, 1,500 bucks on that, to cut out some 6-inch squares, and then I add a car lift, that's gonna be pretty expensive. And I'm gonna lose that whole lane other than using it for mechanical work. If I had a shop twice the size and we had one dedicated lane, sure, but I don't know if that's going to really behoove me right now. So let me know if you guys have any kind of like jack stand or table or pneumatic lift or electric lift. That way something can like come up waist high so I'm not bending over. I know the same thing with the guys, they're 6'4". Last thing they wanna be doing is, bending over and wrenching on mowers and changing oil. So let me know if you guys have anything like that. I'd love to hear what's working for you. Or shoot me an email if you don't feel like leaving a public comment. Let me clean up this really quick and then let's go sharpen some lawnmower blades, huh? All right, well let's show you guys what we're working with back here. And I'm just doing another little take on this because Some of you guys saw the video, some of you guys did not see the video. We had an hour-long video with Gerd over at Magnamatic. The dude just did an amazing job talking about this machine. So really quickly, here's how it works. Super simple. First things first, you got a lawnmower blade, right? And again, do you need this whole setup to sharpen lawnmower blades? Nope. We use an RBG 712 though. Did we get the exact same results as this? Nope. We use an angle grinder. Did we get the exact same results as this? No. So two things we're going to talk about here today, quality and speed and efficiency. So first things first, with this system, we're going to clean off our blades, and this is going to get rid of all of the grass, debris that's caked on here, right? Because this is going to affect whether or not a blade is balanced. Then number two, we take it to the Magnamatic 8200. And as you can see, it goes right here on this tray, back and forth, back and forth. The best part about this is it's almost an 1.5 or 2 inch wide belt. So I don't have to round anything out, okay? I don't have to round anything out. And you guys that are out there like saying, hey, I got a 1 inch stone or 1/2 inch stone, it just can't do that tip, that end, and then not round off. It's almost darn near impossible. And also, whether you can do it or not, it's one thing. Whether you have guys that can replicate this process, and I don't care if you got 1 guy or 100 guys, right? You need something that's scalable, dummy proof, and if you will, this is, in my opinion, the way to go. We've got the 8200. This kit, this yellow kit, like everything above, 1,500 maybe-ish bucks, okay? With the belt grinder upgrade. Now you can do the wheel, but we chose for the belt because it can just clean blades that much faster. And then you can also change out the different trays. Maybe you got mulching blades or different angles. We don't. We have a lot of flat blades with the high lift fin. That's all we need. The optional, big word, optional air filtration system, optional stand. You can take this whole top portion, the 8200, and just set it on top of a workbench. So I think we got this for 150 bucks at Home Depot, okay? You can just set it on top of this. But we went all in. We made some good money with salt. I'm making a huge investment into the business. All this is about 6,500 bucks. Okay, so this is what we're using. So I had some people flaming on Facebook saying, well, you don't need all this, you know, I just use a $50 angle grinder. First off, there's no way you're gonna get this pointed 90-degree cutting tooth, which is what cuts the blade, not all the shiny silver or metal. This is your cutting tooth. This is what actually knocks the grass. Not so much this area, this corner, and the blade, how these 3 corners meet, okay? Watch the video for an hour. It was really, really, really good blade grinding education. But look at this. This is my guys doing this. They're not enthusiasts necessarily, right? They cut grass, but they're not blade sharpening enthusiasts. But look at this. Perfectly sharp lawnmower blades every time. Now, what do you do once they're cleaned off? You can see they've scrubbed all these off and then they sharpened. Then they brought it to this right here. And so what we're gonna do is push this back. All right. We're gonna put it, sorry, doing this one hand, put it on here and then pull the back to the front. That way we can keep it calibrated. And the idea here is we want less than a quarter turn in 4 seconds. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. According to Gerd and Magnamatic, that is a blade that is in tolerance of being balanced. All right, so less than a quarter turn. And he had a whole great explanation about what that meant and why on his big dissertation video. So let's put this one up here. Let's see how we're at. This one has not been cleaned. It has not been balanced. 1, 2, 3, 4, kind of right there, but we'd probably take a little bit of extra material off of this side. Or after we clean it, we'll see where we're at because we still got to clean all this mess off. So I'll take you guys with us for a couple of blades. I'll show you guys what we're working with here. Those are all clean over there. This down here, these look like they all need to get cleaned up. And then also all this over here. So I'm gonna do my best to clean this up over the next little while. By the way, since we were here last, I had the electrician come back over. We've got 2 110, I think 30 amp plugs going into here. So one is up top for everything this way. And then this is all going on that side. We've got one for the filter, the actual machine, and I think the light. And then on the bottom, one plug goes to all 3. Blue is the filter, red is the actual unit, and then the light is integrated, best I remember. All right, so one plug one side, one plug the other. All right, let's go. look at this. Holy cow. That is 10 times better than look at this. All right, let's cut this guy off. That is the blade cleaner. And you can see we've got some really beautiful finishes here. Again, do you need this machine? I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. For some of you guys, if you got 2, 3, 4 mowing crews, abso-freaking-lutely. If you're changing 30, 40, 50 blades a week, you know, at 10 to 15 bucks a blade getting sharpened at a dealer, or 3 minutes a blade when you're doing an angle grinder, this 100% has the napkin math cross on those lines, all right? So let's do this really quick. Let me show you this bad boy if you guys have not seen this yet. One thing that's probably important to mention, Brian's 10. Okay, so this is another Brian's 10 partner. I think you save 5%, not 10%, 5% on this guy. And you're gonna need it because it is 1,500 bucks done right. So promo code Brian, or just reach out to Garrett and Magnamatic and they will get you what we have. Just tell them you want what Brian has. Or if you just want the top portion, tell them you want what Brian has and they'll take care of you, all right? So let's do this really quick. I'm gonna fire this bad boy up. We're going to, first things first, we're going to fire up in sequential order the filtration. We're going to turn on the actual machine. All right, let's get that light. All right, give me 1 sec. All right, and again, the secret here is to lay the blade flat, all right, on this gray tray. It just goes back and forth, nothing crazy. Let me show you the before. All right, no shiny paint, dinged up. Just so you guys can get a little bit of an example here, right? You don't have to pull it all the way through because you got 2 inches of belt there. So just a couple passes back and forth. Keeping the blade flat all the way down. And putting a little bit of muscle into it too. All right, folks, check that out, come on. I don't know if you can see that, let me cut this. Look at this. That is absolutely, positively, freaking perfect. Look at that. Shink, 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 shink. Feel like a chow. All right, I got kids, so this is what my life is now. All right, so perfect corner point. Now, your blade grinder, your angle grinder, you're just not gonna do that. And in fact, you're gonna have divots, you're gonna have a spot where you heat up the metal, it's gonna turn blue, you're gonna lose the temper, and a whole lot of other stuff. And you're definitely not gonna get that corner point with an angle grinder. All right, I'm a little biased. I'm not trying to sell you on it. I'm just telling you I'm fired up about it. We've sharpened probably 200 lawnmower blades, 150, 200 lawnmower blades probably now, 3 months into the season. And my gosh, what a huge investment, but what a game changer for our business. Let's go again. Again, this is 20 seconds, 30 seconds to do a blade. That looks awesome. Not too bad. All right, that's 1 down. All right. There you go. Just got done doing all those. Holy cow. As I blind out with the ring light. That was awesome. And I've only been able to use this thing about 2-3 times myself. Normally the guys are in here kicking butt. Man, I look really good with that ring light, but dang, that is bright. Oh, the bug zapper's going too. Let me show you really quick. I will tell you in about, 20 plus minutes time, we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22 blades. All right, 22 blades perfect tips. All right, the whole way down. So about a little over a minute a blade, you know, not too bad. And again, it's literally 87 degrees outside, and inside the barn it's probably every bit of low 80s as well. Guys, I can't tell you enough about the Magnamatic. I love it. You're not gonna find a better code than Brian, save you 5%. You're probably not gonna get a better deal unless you're doing something like Equip Expo, which Magnamatic and their whole team is there. So make sure you guys check them out. A little plug on today's video, but I absolutely love what these guys are doing. Hey, let's wrap up the vlog right here. I was thinking while I was sharpening the blades, the whole good old line, if you don't make time for maintenance, maintenance will make time for you, right? i.e. a blown engine or dull lawnmower blades. We don't need any of that kind of nonsense. Guys, come on. If you don't take care of all your equipment, what are you doing here? You know what I mean? I know we're all grinding and hustling and we all got a lot of work to do, but you gotta make sure you're taking time to do that. Oil changes, blade sharpenings, air filters, oil filters, spark plugs, and all the rest, right? All right, well, it is already later tonight. It's getting dark. Those long Michigan summers, they're still going, but I don't know if they're gonna be along and around forever, right? It's beautiful when it's, you know, 9:30 at night, it's still bright and sunny in Michigan. But we're on the taper, we're on the fulcrum that tipped over. I think June 20th, this is the summer solstice, right? And so that means the days are getting shorter, right? One of those deals. So, all right, I'm gonna button this whole thing up. Appreciate you guys watching. If you guys enjoyed the video or maybe you learned a couple tips here, leave me a big thumbs up. If you noticed anything that I could do better while doing all this, or you have a better system or process, let me know. Appreciate you guys watching. Have a beautiful day. We'll look forward to catching up with all you guys here on the next one.